Now you'll notice across the top we have our Build a Sitemap tools category, and we can select the first one here, which is Submit Sitemaps. You'll see that it shows us the URL and the status and also the type. It's pretty straightforward. We also have Sitemap here as a second one. This shows us how many enters we have into the URL category, and the visibility is 50%, 100%. So of course this one is the most visible because it's at the root domain of Google.com, which is to be expected. The other category we have is search engine. The first one you'll notice is the Google SERP tool and also Bing SERP. Both of these do the same thing. One is for Google, one's for Bing. We have our search queries, our index pages, Robots.txt, and Alexa rank. Now, if we click on the first one, it's going to go ahead and show us that we can put in some keywords here depending on the type of site that you are using. So I'm using Google. I would assume that Google would want to rank high for maybe Gmail or one of their tools. So let's say we type in Gmail as a keyword, and your rank Google.com was number 1, or Google.com was number 1 in the search results. So as it shows us right here, Gmail, this is the highest rank. Let's say we type in, I don't know, let's say we type in Bing. There's a good chance that Google is not going to be the highest one. Bing is, of course, the highest rank, which I would expect as much. But surprisingly, it is number 2. So, pretty useful tool to research keywords. And also, you can use that tool to see what kind of competition you may have before you even start making a website. Our next one here is the search queries, which shows us the amount of queries that Google has, or the amount of queries that people are searching for. So in this case, Gmail is the highest searching category for Google.com, and the volume is low, and also the value is low. For some reason, so here we have Google, 151 million searches with the cost per click of 3.22, and the final value is 486,220,000,000. We get that number by multiplying the cost per click times the volume. Pretty simple stuff. And this is useful if your site is established and already kind of ranked, and you can see what people are searching for to actually get to your website. Here we have our index pages. This shows us the amount of pages that Google and Bing have indexed. So that's a good one. This one has robots. Now, robots is used to tell web crawlers what domains are allowed, or what resources on your website are allowed and which ones are not. Now, if we scroll down here to the Sitemaps portion of it, it shows us which one has the highest priority for the crawlers. The Robots.txt is something that you can go ahead and configure and generate, and pretty soon I'll be releasing an article that explains everything on how to actually make a robots text file, or even a different perspective on how to do it, and also one that will interrelate directly with this tool that we have here on our site. Alexa rank, I'm sure you all know this. Google is number 1. If you had a different website, that would be different. Bing, for instance, I think is number 6. No, Yahoo is number 6, and I think Bing is number 4. But here we have our high quality backlinks. This is a really useful tool that shows you where your backlinks are at and how strong they are. It's not surprising to see that Google has, tons and tons of backlinks that are all almost 100% strength, if not 100% strength. And the category along the side here, and also when it was found and when it was verified by the crawler. So 200,000 backlinks, 200 unique backlinks. Really good one if you're trying to figure out where people are mentioning your website and how people are getting there, and the quality of the links that are leading you over. That just shows, new backlinks just shows you which ones are new. Poor backlinks is another good one, so you can actually see what is being detrimental towards your website. So we have link analysis. This is going to show us our amount of links and the type that they are. So it's really good to kind of just take a look and see what your links actually look like to a web crawler. Here we have our keyword density. This one is actually really useful for your home page or other subdomains of a web page. It's going to show us the description of the title, and this is what a web crawler would see when it's actually indexing a page. So if we go to like google.com, /Gmail, you'll see that this is the title and the description and the top keywords that actually get us there for, but what it shows us is not the title and it's not the description, but the weight is 4.1%. So another one for crawlability, you can see, yes, it's crawlable by Google, and yes, it's indexable as well. So if you just want to make sure that your site is being seen by any search engine, you can go ahead and just get a quick glance there. This is going to tell us if your site is mobile compatible. Just really quickly, yes, it is compatible, and it shows us what it redirects to when you are on a mobile device. And also the media query. This is a CSS tag that you would enter into your CSS file for the website. So if you're not familiar with mobile development, you just click on a CSS and enter an app media query. Depending on the screen resolution and screen size, it's going to go ahead and determine what the browser outputs to the user. Next one, we have our headers. This just shows us the status of our headers and also if the location isn't right. So the content length of our header is 262 characters, and it shows us when the last header was submitted. So December 7th, 2016 right now, and it's 302 redirecting to another location here. So yeah, another useful tool. Another one that we can see is the speed test. This one obviously takes a little bit of time to load sometimes, but once it does, you'll go ahead and get a good look. 86% you might think is low, but that's actually really good. It's hard to get a higher score than 80%. You have to do a lot of optimization, a lot of caching and different things like that. Load time is just under 1 second, so really good load time, but I would expect nothing less from Google. Page size 400 kilobytes, so try to get it pretty low, and also only 20 requests were processed, so that's good considering that Google is such a giant host. But I would hope that they would keep this as low as possible to always be able to provide a consistent and fast experience for the users. And it shows us the ways that we can actually optimize our site's performance. So one way we have here is the combining of external JavaScripts. Now we can go ahead and take the JavaScript files from Google and combine them into as few files as possible. We have a couple more tools here. So keyword research. This is one that a lot of people are going to find really useful. I think a lot of you are probably familiar with Longtail Pro and some other keyword researching tools. So let's say we want to go ahead and look up a keyword here. Let's say dogs, for instance. There are 1,300 searches for this particular keyword, and it shows us our cost per click and also the value for that. And you can keep going down and see the cost per click, and just a really simple, easy to understand way. we also have another one that we can look up. Let's try insurance, which should give us some interesting results. So this one here, 33,000 people are looking for 21st century insurance at a cost per click of about $4. Approximate value is $128,000. So not bad. You can probably get a lot of traffic from this keyword here, particular keyword, if you're making some sort of niche website. Alright, and the last tool on our list is our competition tool. Now this tool is going to go ahead and show us where we stand in the competition and what could be better. So let's type in another one, I guess, that we've done before. Let's type in Bing and see where Google is competing with Bing, or where they stand for this particular keyword. Okay, so Google's strength here is at 100%, and Bing is 100% here, showing us what we're up against if we were to try and rank against Bing. So 200,000 backlinks, you're not going to be able to beat Bing. They're at 100. And let's say we look up something different, maybe something we saw earlier, 21st insurance. Let's just kind of tie something together. Okay, so with this keyword, we could actually beat out some of the competition here. The number one ranked website only has a 57% strength rating, and it has about 3,000 backlinks, which is quite a lot, to be honest. It's quite a lot, but it doesn't mean it can't be beat. It does have a lot of unique backlinks and a 5.6% no follow return rate. So second link down, we have our Wikipedia page, which is at 100% strength, and you keep going down and you'll see that if you were to try and make a niche website, or make a website that could compete with the results here, you could probably place number 4 for 21st century insurance, and the 33,000 viewers that we were seeing earlier, or the 23,000 searches in volume that we were seeing earlier, could potentially be routed to your number 4 spot here in the searches for Google. So just a couple of things to keep in mind. A really useful tool if you're just trying to figure out where your site might stand if you're about to make a website or if you already have one. Alright, so that is it for today, guys. I just wanted to take a brief minute to show you all the different tools that are available. There's over 22 different tools, and more will be released in the future. And if you have any questions, go ahead and click on the contact page right here, and you can go ahead and just send me a message. And if you have anything else you want to know about, I have all the information laid out in the About section. And thank you for watching. Have a great day.